of a major crisis in the Middle East, which has many facets to it. But first and foremost, October 7th was a major watershed in the history of the region and has brought back a major setback in the thought of Israelis as to the possibility of the two-state solution. Because you can have agreements on an internationally recognized boundary, and one day a terror organization sweeps through, butchers, rapes, burns, and takes hostages. And the world doesn't really do much. It condemns, it supports, but when we want to defend ourselves, and you have to fight in the tunnels, and you have to fight in very complicated terrain, you immediately face all sorts of hypocritical approaches. Therefore, in order to move towards a two-state solution or discuss what is the solution, you have to have people-to-people dialogue, you have to deal with the security elements and trust, and you have to be pragmatic as to what you suggest. The whole idea of a two-state solution right now is futile, will be adverse to the whole notion of peace, will not help one Palestinian, will make people more frustrated, will be viewed as a price to terror, and I welcome the pragmatic approach of the Estonian leadership in this respect. And let me just add just a few words on the humanitarian situation also in English, because this is vital. I mentioned in my speech the situation of the hostages. Okay, Evyatar David, a young kid who was in the party, in the Nova Festival. And he is now bones and skin, that's all. And he has a huge life threat to him. And you see the fat, juicy hand of his captor. And they have food there. It's not that they don't. In the other room, it's full of food, because the hostages who came out of this tunnel told us. And this is Rom Breslavsky, another hostage that they wired his video a few days ago, and so are all the other hostages. They're in life risk situation. And therefore, in order to resolve the situation, we tell the world, you want to move forward? Get a hostage deal. Get a ceasefire. In the last 2 weeks, Israel has overhauled the entire approach to the humanitarian situation, thereby pulling and pushing in major quantities of humanitarian aid. 30,000 tons in the last week. 30 tons only by airdrops yesterday, let alone trucks, hundreds of trucks. The UN is holding hundreds of trucks, almost 800 trucks the UN can distribute and is failing to distribute. So there can be a lot of efforts. But instead of that, we see a PR campaign like this one. This is from yesterday by German media. You see a photographer staging Gaza people to show that they are lacking food, whilst there's food there behind them. But this is a staging effort. So we don't shy away from the humanitarian need to help the people of Gaza. But we ask the world not to fall into the lies, condemn Hamas, and say to Hamas, you want to move on? Get the hostages out.